One of the biggest mistakes, I still hear it today from young people, oh, I don't have to worry because I'm still
young.
Yeah, and that is death to most people, because eventually you get old and then you're not young again. So it's a way of saying, when we talk about assets and liabilities, one of the most important things you have in your life is time. It's one of your greatest assets, or it's your liability.
Yo, 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 what up, YouTube? Welcome to Sinn-Take, man. My name is Sin, coming back with another one, man. And as y'all can see, I'm coming live from the Rose Garden, man. Take a look at it. Y'all already know, man. Listen, you got the Most High. He with us again, man. He done woke us up, man, for another one, man. We got to take advantage, man. He done woke us up for another one, man. Thank the Lord, man. You got to thank the Most High for being up this morning, man. You woke up this morning, man, you got to answer the call. Real talk. Real talk. But I wanted to show y'all that clip because, like he said, a lot of the mistakes people think, right, especially youngsters, is that, hey, I'm young. I got time. You know what I mean? And he said that's death. And it damn near literally is death, because I used to think the same thing. Just because I was young, I got time. You know what I mean? I'm good. You know what I mean? And that's not the case. That's not the case. I mean, you got to think about some of the greats, right? When you think about Tiger Woods, when you think about, some of these people that started young, Venus and Serena, you know what I mean? That's great at the things that they do. You know, a lot of them started young. That's how they got to the level that they at. When you look at Lil Wayne started rapping at a very early age, and that's how he became so great. So for us to just think that, oh yeah, I'm in high school, I'm good, or oh, I just got out of high school, I'm still in my I'm still 19, 18, I'm still in my 20s, I'm good, I'm young, I got time. Listen, man, like he said, man, time is one of your greatest assets, right? And if you fuck that off, then it becomes a liability, because time is so valuable. So with that being said, right now, if you watching this video and you on semen retention and you practicing no fap, listen, you doing this at the best time ever. Real talk. Like, yo, I swear to God, man, that's like you, like, just doing what you want to do, right? Like I did, because I thought the same thing. And you know what that got me? Excuse me. That got me addictions. You know what I mean? I didn't work on anything while I was young. So guess what? I grew with all of these toxic things. All of those toxic things grew on me. Sorry. You already know, when I get outside, this shit that's floating around here, I mean, listen, nature is good, but when you got allergies and shit, and you talking and all that shit, it gets in you. But whatever. Thinking that way got me nowhere. It got me addictions. All types of toxic shit grew on me because I thought I always had time. Especially in my 20s, I thought I had time. So guess what? I'm young, I'm working, I don't need to worry about that right now. I don't need to worry about this right now, that right now. And guess what? All of that shit just added up. It just added up. And we talking alcoholism, drug abuse, you know what I mean? Sex addiction, porn addiction, all of that shit just added up. You know what I'm saying? Even while being in relationships. You know what I'm saying? So you got to think, man, really, man, that shit was death. Like he said, that shit is death. Just to think that way and have that mentality like you got so much time. So while y'all on this journey, right, you need to take advantage of that shit and get that shit out of your head, just thinking that you got time. Yeah, you young, but guess what, man? Time can go by very fast, especially when you doing nothing. When you ain't doing shit, time go by. Time will fly, especially when you up to no good. You know what I mean? When you ain't up to no good, man, listen, and you got these addictions and you fapping your life away and doing all that bullshit, guess what, bro? Before you know it, you be old as hell. You know what I mean? I told y'all before, I'm just now waking up and I'm fucking 37. I'm 37 and I'm just now getting hip to this shit. You know what I'm saying? Why you think you got time? Hell, shit, man. I've been at this motherfucker. I've been working shit at this motherfucker for damn near 14 years. You know what I'm saying? I started here when I was 23. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, did you think I was gonna still be in this motherfucker? No, but time fly. You know why I fly? Because I was fapping in between time, wasting time away. You know what I mean? I was drinking most of the time, every day, drinking every day, acting like I was still young, living like I still got time, like, oh yeah, I'm young. Motherfucking years just going by. Years just going by, and boom, before you know it, after being hospitalized and addicted to this, addicted to that, I'm 37 years old. Don't know where the fuck time went. You know what I'm saying? You don't want that to be you. You don't want that to be you just fucking off with your friends all the time. You know what I mean? Drinking all the time. Just got an addiction growing in you. You know what I mean? You know, these days they doing all types of shit. Popping pills, all that extra shit. Chasing bitches, all that shit, man. Listen, man, a lot of y'all that's starting this journey got a head fucking start. You got a head fucking start. Before, listen, you listen, don't even, the motherfuckers that's y'all age group, listen, let them continue to think that they young and got time. Listen, don't think like that. Don't think like that, because before you know it, man, guess what? If you stay on this path, you're going to be elevated way past them. The rest of them, they're going to be having addictions they got to fight. They're going to be having all types of babies and shit. They're going to be, listen, they're going to be stuck at these dead-end jobs and shit. You know what I mean? You got to understand, man, this is so important because it's so easy for you to get caught up being young. Young right now, it's so crazy how that shit is taken so lightly. Like he said, that shit could be death. You know why it could be death? Because you make shitty, dumb-ass decisions when you young, and just because you young, that doesn't mean that it can't affect you for the rest of your life. You know what the jail is full of? Young niggas that thought like that. That's what the jail is full of. The jail is full of young knuckleheads. A lot of y'all got it fucked up. Y'all think that the jail just full of just psychopaths and murderers and old motherfuckers that then grew old in there from being in jail for a long time. No, the old motherfuckers in jail was young just like you when they got in there. They was young, living just like you. They thought everything's all good. I'm young, I'm good. Let's go drink, let's gang bang, let's do drugs, let's do this, do that. And before you know it, they was addicted to shit. They was doing dumb shit, pulling robberies, murders, all of this shit because they thought they was young. And when you young, you think you could do whatever. You feel invincible, but that's not the case. You could fuck off a lot of time with that mindset. So you got to get rid of that shit and continue to work like you doing now. If you watching this video, then you obviously on semen retention, right? So you got to stay on this path. Let everybody else do that bullshit back there, because I wish I wasn't on that bullshit. I was back there doing the bullshit. I didn't take shit serious. I didn't take my life serious. I didn't take my future serious. So guess what? I'm paying for it now. You looking at it right now. This is what you could end up like if you continue to think that I'm young, I'm good, I got time. You don't got time. Time is one of the most important things that you could have. So to think you got time and say that you got time, that mean that you think that you got time to waste, and you don't got time to waste. You need to be working on yourself like you doing now. All these motherfuckers that got that mindset, guess what? With that idle time, they gonna do a lot of dumb shit. You can't let that be you. Because that's the thing, though. They feel like they got time. They got time to fuck off and be on bullshit. They got time to sit around, smoke weed all day, burning up their brain cells and doing bullshit. Guess what? You ain't got time for that. If your ass watching this video and you up right now and you doing some shit, you trying to better yourself, you working on your body, you working on your mindset, you trying to find a purpose, you ain't got time. You ain't got time like them. They can think that they got time. Motherfucker ain't got time. You working on yourself right now. So guess what? All your time is being utilized. They time not being utilized. They time is just feeding into more toxic shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what they doing with their time, is just feeding in to more toxic shit. And that's what I did with my time. And then that toxic shit grew on me. And then guess what? Next thing you know, I was an alcoholic. Then next thing you know, I'm snorting cocaine. Next thing you know, I'm still chasing bitches and in relationships that's going nowhere, doing dumb shit. You know what I mean? I'm rapping and thinking I'm just gonna be the best shit. Man, then that shit got me nowhere, bro. Because I was convinced that just because I was doing this, I could go do that. And it didn't work like that. As you can see, it got me nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta escape this whole cycle, man. And we always get into that shit, especially in our community, and especially as men in general, young men in general. We think that we have time to waste, and we do not. That is one of the most important assets we have in this life. You know what I mean? So you gotta utilize it, but don't waste it. You gotta be doing productive shit with this time, not bullshit. And you're gonna continue to do bullshit as long as you think you got all the time in the world. You don't. You don't. And before you know it, you playing catch up like me. That's how y'all life gonna end up if you keep fucking around. Keep thinking you got time to fuck off. Keep thinking you got time to fuck off and be on bullshit and chase these hoes. See where it lands you. See if one of these bitches don't wind up pregnant. See if your ass don't get burnt. See if your ass don't get some shit that you can't get rid of. See if your ass don't get in one of these relationships and end up catching the domestic because that bitch done played you and did some dumb shit with your heart. Keep on, man. Keep doing the drugs, popping the pills, sipping the lean, doing all that shit you see these rappers doing. Man, yeah, you got a bright future, bro. But guess what? It really ain't gonna be so bright. It's gonna be very dark. And that's where a lot of people heading at in this direction, to think just because they thinking that they got all this time. You don't. So I want y'all to understand that, man. If you on this path, you on this road, you are doing the right thing right now. Because listen, all it takes for you is to get the wrong bitch pregnant, and then you gonna have to follow that up with, listen, because if you get the wrong bitch pregnant, it leads to all of those things. It leads into a dark space. You know what I'm saying? Because now all of those dreams and aspirations that you have has been put to a steaming halt. And then that will just drive in depression, stress, you know what I mean? Increased drug use, increased drinking, you know what I mean? All types of shit, you know, because you're going to look to escapism to escape your reality, okay? So you need to be careful right now, man. You got to be careful, man. And I mean this, I'm talking to y'all from the heart. I'm speaking to y'all from my experience and from the heart, man. I don't care what you're doing with your hobbies and shit like that, but be productive. You know what I'm saying? And don't just lean on one thing. I just knew that rap was gonna take me to the next level. But meanwhile, I was doing all the wrong shit, all the toxic shit around all the toxic people that didn't get me nowhere. I was toxic. You know what I'm saying? So guess what, man? Listen, don't just think that one thing like that is gonna take you to the next level. You gotta do something different, man. Everybody can't be rappers and musicians and entertainers. You know what I mean? Like I told y'all before, while everybody over there doing the same shit, you gotta be over here doing something different. Semen retention is different, and that's a start. And guess what? It's only up from there, because you're getting your mind right and everything else that you need to be getting right, instead of wasting time fucking off because you ain't got it like they think they do. All right? And that's my word, man. My name Sinn and Sinn-Take. Holla at y'all later, man. Peace. First, I'ma get on my grind. Then second, stop wasting my time on shit less important. If ain't about money, I'm going the other direction. And third, I'ma do what I gotta to eat. Fourth, I'ma sew up the streets. Fifth, I'ma never quit dropping this heat. So as long as I'm breathing, you better get used to me. Sixth, I'ma get